Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost 7:30 in the morning. We just had a little blizzard here in Chicago. It's time for me to go to work. Here's what we got going on today. Got a doctor's appointment, checking out my liver. Got some medical issues to deal with. Then we got a home inspection. Then we got a listing appointment, and much, much more. So let's go. All right, folks, we just left the hospital. They had to do an ultrasound on my liver. I promise you I'm not pregnant. But there's some weird situation going on there. We'll find out. So that's that. Now we head over to our home inspection. It's about a 30-minute drive. I pushed it back 30 minutes, but I'm regretting it because I would have been right on time. So it's 8:54 a.m. I've made it to the property for the home inspection, and I am 36 minutes early. So I'm so tired, ladies and gentlemen. Because of this liver exam, I wasn't able to drink any water or eat any food, so I'm exhausted. I'm going to go take a 15 to 20-minute nap, and we will return when it's time. We're officially inside the house. The inspection is going to begin. These take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, depending on the size. This is a rather large townhouse, so it might take about 2 hours, which all we do is sit here. I got a cup of coffee over there. I'm going to sit on this couch. Probably going to get on TikTok, to be honest with you. So the home inspection is over. It's 11:09. We have a 41-minute drive to the office. Once we get there, we might eat some lunch and then get straight to work. I'm still on my drive to the office, but I wanted to hop on and just talk about something real quick. Two things, actually. Number one is how to maximize your time. As a realtor, you're gonna be driving a lot. So I try my best to schedule any phone calls I have to make while I'm actually driving. If I'm at the office, I do things I really need to be at the office to do, right? If I'm gonna do a CMA or this, that, and the other. Other than that, I can make these phone calls in my car. I have a 47-minute drive. What else am I gonna do, right? So I just had a phone call with a client of mine. And then lesson number two is, listen to your clients. Because this was a case, it's a commercial lease, right? And we're going back and forth, and it's his business, and he's stressed out, and I'm not emotional about the process, right? And I'm like, this is what we have to do. I'm just single-minded. And then he explained his perspective to me, and they said, well, what if this happens? Because if this happens, I'm out of business just because of someone's mistake. I'm like, okay. And then I realized a new way we can approach this, right? New things we have to do, new level of urgency, because the way he explained it, I never saw it in that perspective. So don't ever feel like you know more than your clients. Sometimes you just gotta listen to them and really understand their situation. So it's 11:40. I'll be at the office in about 20 minutes, hopefully. Grab something to eat and then get straight to work. We gotta do a CMA. We gotta look up houses for buyers. We got 3 more buyers. We got some buyer consults. This is a crazy, since my TikTok blew up, it's just crazy. I'm getting so many clients. It's overwhelming and I love it. And did I mention I have 6 pending deals scheduled to close in the next month or so, which is more deals than I closed my entire first year as a real estate agent. I closed 5, right? So that's just a little bit inspiring thing to know in the beginning of the year. We are off to a great start. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we crush it this year. A lot of things happening on this drive. We just solved the lunch problem. I figured I'd grab some Jimmy John's for myself and the admin staff here. And then on the way, I also got a call for I have a closing this Friday. So we're doing the walkthrough. So the agent just called me to schedule that, get everything arranged, the keys and all that. And so I'm looking forward to it. We might have a closing this week. We'll probably have a closing next week. And then if the IRS could just do their job, we'll have 2 more closings the week after that. So I am excited. All right, gang, we are officially in the office. We're gonna finish up this lunch and then we are gonna get to work. And just wanted you guys to appreciate the fit I got on. I was going through my Instagram stories from like 3 years ago because they archived it. And the way I was dressing and doing my hair back then just made me so upset. I'm looking at those posts and I'm like, who would hire this guy? I wouldn't hire this guy. So a little lesson for everybody I just learned yesterday is take a good look at yourself. Have somebody else take a look at you and see, are you dressing professionally? Do you look like somebody that needs to be taken seriously? Because I look like a joke. So I don't know, just to do a self-audit, let yourself know. That's kind of why I wanted to upgrade the style a little bit, because it does make a difference. So lunchtime is over. It is 12:54. Actually, lunchtime was over like 25 minutes ago, but forgot to record. We're going through the list of looking for houses for buyers. I have a few investors, so I'm kind of looking at flips, running random comps, making sure if this is a good area or a bad area, etc. So that's what I'm on for the next hour, maybe 2 hours. This generally takes longer and longer every time, which is great. We are done looking up houses for our buyers. Now I'm gonna hop in the studio real quick and come up with some video content for both the real estate agent side, and also I want to make something for the consumer. I just don't know what. So when I get in there, we'll figure that out. So here's what's going on. It is currently 2:57 p.m. and I haven't even made it to the studio. I'm getting it warmed up right now. I put a heater in there because it's so cold. But in the meantime, I got caught up with some other work. I did the CMA for a listing appointment today and actually emailed the comps to the client. And I'm gonna have him look over the photos before I get there. That's very important. And while we're here, I'll tell you what I bring to the listing appointment. I keep it super simple. See, this client reached out to me through Instagram. So they already know how hard I work. They know my personality. They know my marketing efforts, my skills, all that. They know this. So I'm not here to bluff, fluff, none of that. All they care about is how much is my house worth and sometimes it's your commission. That's it. That's it. So that's all we got. I'm bringing the contracts, the CMA. I can't do a net sheet because I'm not quite sure how much the house is worth. I'm giving him a range. It's something I've been doing a lot recently. It's been working great for me. For example, I'm not 100% positive it's worth 325, but it could also be worth 350. It's just I have to test the market. So when I get to their property, I'm gonna say, hey, here's how the comps work. What were you looking to get for the house, right? Boom. Now, here's what I expect from what we're gonna see. We're gonna see anywhere from 325 to 350. Now, we could price at any point in that range and just test the market because you have a unique home and there's no way for me to guess how much it's gonna sell for, right? We can only give you a range. And now I have to make a phone call real quick to a listing that we may have a show. We may have 2 more showings today right before the appointment. And I'm gonna use the office phone as I make this phone call because I want you guys to hear and kind of like a little bit more of me doing things instead of me telling you I'm gonna do something. Come on, pick up the phone, Francis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is life of a real estate agent. Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean 80% of the time, nobody picks up the phone. Hello, Francis. This is Aaron with Remax First, calling about your listing on Lark Avenue in Elmhurst. Just had a quick question. I know you mentioned it's could be a new build. You're kind of selling the land, but the photos didn't look so bad. So I'm curious about the condition of the home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a little bit more behind the scenes action today. A little bit more of me working and creating the content because I think it's important to see. And as much as I want to teach you about real estate and what we do, I think as a realtor, you're a business owner, marketer, brand expert, whatever you want to call yourself, right? You got to understand these things as well. This is why it's important. If you're reading books, don't get stuck on only reading real estate books. Branch out. Read books about, investing in stocks. Read books about starting a coffee shop. Read books about business in general, marketing, all that, because it's going to help you no matter what. So one little trick I use to help me get your attention and kind of maintain your attention is my environment, right? Because the thumbnail is so important, and then also the environment you're in plays a huge role in whether people are going to continue watching you, right? It's almost like I'm trying to build credibility without even like you clicking play. That's why the environment is so valuable. And that's why I bought like this prop right here, which is just a whiteboard, and I'll write things on it. It gets your attention. Maybe you're reading it, whatever the case. It gives you something to look at while I'm talking, right? So as a small channel like myself, many of you watching me probably are either starting a small channel, might think about making content on a smaller scale. Things like this help a ton. So today's video, I didn't know what I was gonna do until I got here, but it kind of hit me. Somebody asked me this question: what mistakes you made your first year in the business that you wish you didn't, right? And that's the video we are going to make because as you guys know, I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm going to go back and kind of look at it in an overlay of like, what could I have done different that would have put me in a different position now, almost 4 years later, right? So stay tuned for that. That being said, I cannot talk too much because I do have to get to work. This is a day in the life of a real estate agent. And the hardest decision I'm making right now is what color marker to use. And I think I'm going to go with red. Red just pops different on camera. So I'm going to go to red. So I thought I was recording the last 5 minutes, but unfortunately all the magic I spilled onto the camera meant nothing. And this happens a little bit too often if you ask me. But here's what I was saying. Instead of writing first year realtor or something like that on the board, instead I went with like, comment, and subscribe. And while we're here, if you're enjoying the vlog, do me a favor, hit the like button, go in the comments, leave your feedback, and then subscribe if you're not subscribed. And to anyone that's already subscribed, what I would really appreciate is if in the comments, let me know what made you click that subscribe button. Was it like right away? Was it after a few videos? Let me know so that way anyone else who's thinking about subscribing could go in the comments and see what it's all about. As you guys know, every comment gets a reply, good, bad, ugly, or beautiful. Now, let's get to work. So we have a little bit of a situation. Do you guys notice something wrong with this image? these little lines, these glare lines all up in my video is a problem. And I'm glad I noticed it now. I just don't know how to fix it because these blinds are garbage, honestly. And this is not my office space, so I can't really upgrade them. So I'm trying to figure out what else I can do. I don't have much options. We may have to shoot in the glare. You know what? At the end of the day, I guess it's the content that matters, right? So we'll improvise, and you guys will see the video later. I fixed it. No glare. All I had to do is switch the directions of the blinds, and we are in business. Let's go. All right, so the video is done, and we do have a showing for 5:30. That's going to be a flip. So if we get it, that's a buy now, listing later. And it's currently 4:30, so we have about an hour to kill. And I think within this hour, we're going to make a bunch of TikToks because that's where a lot of the new business has been coming from. So it would be criminal for me to stop now. Okay, so we are in the car on our way to a 5:30 appointment. It's 5:29. As you can imagine, I'm going to be late. I spent the last 35 minutes or so making this incredible TikTok, super funny. Can't wait to show you, but it resulted in me being late to an appointment. Now I got to push back the listing appointment to probably 6:45 just to be safe. And that always sucks, but it is what it is. So we're going to go to this investment property, then we'll crank our way over to the other one. That showing did not go well. That property was absolute garbage. The investor didn't like it, so we didn't really spend much time. It's 6 o'clock right now. I pushed my listing appointment at 6:45, so I actually have time to use the bathroom, because the last thing you want to do is go in someone's home and ask to use the restroom on your first time. It's not a good idea. But to give you guys a little bit tip for investors, they really look at the layout and structure more than they do about like the finishes or anything like that. That's really what's expensive to change. A little tip for you. Now, onto this appointment. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up the business. It is 7:42 p.m. I just got off the phone with another investor client of mine. They found a property. They want to go see it tomorrow. So once I get home, I'll be scheduling that. The grind don't stop. I don't know why I just broke out into song. Anyhow, so I just left a listing appointment, and it was what we call a prenuptial listing appointment, where I'm really just trying to get a feel for the house, feel for their situation. And I quickly realized they're just not ready to sell. They have a lot of updates to make. I made my recommendations, and within about 2-3 months, we'll have this listing ready to rock and roll, making us some money. And then they're also looking to buy something at the exact same time. So I cannot complain. And this client I received, again, through social media, where a lot of my business is coming from. Let me rephrase that. All of my business is coming from my social media, my sphere, and it's coming at a much faster pace. So this is why I made a video earlier today going over some of my regrets, and one of them was not working my sphere sooner. So there you go. You guys get a little tease. If you enjoyed the vlog, do me a solid. Hit a like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. You all know the drill. You comment, I respond every single time. Thank you. Take care.